Jean's fine.
Jean.
I don't know why
Let's see what
I think I had a crush on Jean when I first started playing the game.
You and me both, brother. You and me both. You're not the only one. Don't worry about that.
Soured a little bit. I gotta be honest with you.
That's fine.
I think she's fine. I just got my Jean to friendship level 10.
Friendship level 10.
I'm working on building healers now that healing meta is a little bit more
important. Healing meta is very important. The bleed mechanics. So you've got to rank her pretty highly, right?
She's just fine. I'm gonna put her in the B tier. I think I had a little bit too much of a crush first couple times around, and I'm gonna move her down to B tier. Now that I've used her a little bit more, I think she is like just very average in general.
Average? Average? You put the blueberry in S tier? And you're calling Jean average? Brother, you done goofed. Isn't it crazy that I still have the bulldog tooth? I'm finally getting it fixed. I'm finally getting it fixed in like 7, in like 8, in 16 days, baby. No more bulldog tooth. Let me do my Genshin Impact tier list. YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the Genshin Impact tier list that nobody has been waiting for, but that I'm excited to do. I'm doing my Genshin Impact 2.3. All characters released and yet to be. Actually, I can't say all characters that yet to be released because that's impossible. I don't know. They're not a thing. They're not a thing. Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact tier list 2.3. The third tier list. The third in the most beloved series on the channel. I'm really excited to do this tier list today. I actually recorded this video like 2 weeks ago now, and I'm not gonna lie, I teetered. It was 75 minutes long, and I was like, for 75 minutes, it's got to be a bit of a banger. And I've been a little down in the dumps over my YouTube stuff recently. I've not really been. I think I've been struggling to actually be entertaining for a good couple months now. So I've been a little bit of self-doubt, and I was like, I don't know if I actually want to upload this or not. Got a little bit of affirmation from my friends. We'll watch it anyway. Then I watched Josh's video. 10 minutes later, my take 1 was in the recycling bin. My take 2 is now fresh out of the oven, being created as we speak, because the boy has put some ideas in my mind that must be responded to. I'm doing my Genshin Impact tier list today. Now let me say this. This is not going to be like Joshua's tier list, which will be linked in the description, by the way. It's going to be a different scenario. I'm not here. Look, I've had my supervillain arc, I get it, but this town's only big enough for one supervillain, and apparently it's Josh's turn. I'm not here to create a hostile environment. I'm not here to address the Genshin faithful and say, hey, fellow fans of this game that I love and you also love, the game that's bringing us together to this video right now, guess what? You're ugly and you need a shower because you stink. I can smell you through the camera. I'm not here to create that environment. Apparently Josh woke up and chose violence. He says he's supposedly has some issues in the past with his past tier list video, dislikes and whatnot. I didn't have that issue. I have no beef with the community. No dislikes on my video. High retention time on my video. So I don't really know what the issue is. It only has 8 views. Irrelevant fact. We're doing another tier list today. And we'll say this before I get started. If this has found the algorithm, I pray that it doesn't. Josh said the same thing in his video, that at this point we're just making these for our friends. If it has found the algorithm, and I say it's every video on this channel, it stresses me out when videos on this channel get more than like 20 views. I don't want people watching this channel or these videos. Sometimes I do. If I put a little variety, I don't mind it, but like most of the time, like this channel, I just upload shit. I don't care, right? I'm just here to talk about characters I like. This isn't about Spiral Abyss viability or blah blah blah. And I'll talk about my Genshin experience in a moment. But just, I've been doing this shit for so long. I've been making YouTube videos for 10 years. My ego is through the fucking roof. I've tricked myself into thinking that my opinion matters. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. And if I'm sat here now saying I don't care about my own opinion, you definitely should not care about my opinion. So please don't get really upset if I say that your favorite character is stinky and needs a shower, or if I say that you personally are stinky and need a shower, because apparently that's not off the table anymore in Genshin tier list videos. We're in a new era. We're in the rude era. We're rude to each other. We just go around being rude to each other. My opinion doesn't matter. Don't be stressed out about it. And let me say this: people talk about Spiral Abyss. People talk about team comp. My routine on Genshin, this is what I did last night. And this is a good microcosm of my routine pretty much every night on Genshin. I logged on, I immediately hit the O key, pulled up the friend list, saw the bestie online, jumped in, we spent our resin, I hopped off, and then I did my dailies and then I went to bed. That's it. While we were playing last night, I pulled Hu Tao a couple weeks ago. She's like, oh, what's your Hu Tao team? What's your Hu Tao team? I'm like, Hu Tao team? I don't know. Like, what do you mean Hu Tao team? I just kind of have her. I'm not really worried about teams and all that. My team is just whoever I'm like on co-op with that night, whoever they're playing. I've missed 3 events in a row because I'm so far behind on quests. I do my dailies like 4 or 5 times a week, and I very nearly didn't do them last night, and I wish I fucking didn't, but we'll get to that. Don't stress it. There's nothing going on up here at the best of times. Genshin evades me. I don't understand the game. I play it because I enjoy hanging out with my friends, and it's a fun time to play with my friends. I love the game. I love Genshin Impact. The video game. Let's do a tier list. If you're not familiar with this series, here are my tiers. We have Mona, which is what it's always been. The Mona tier. It's always been the Mona tier. No backsliding. We have the Stan is not a strong enough word. If you guys been catching up with the Skyrim series, where every fucking episode I shut my door, and every episode when the cat busts it open, like the thing's broken on it, it doesn't shut properly anymore. And every episode, I swear, they don't come in. I'm telling you, I've not recorded for about 4 days. There hasn't been a cat in my room for 4 days. The last time there was a cat in my room was the last time I was recording. I've started recording again, and there's a cat in here. She's busted the door down. We have the Mona tier. We have the Stan is not a strong enough word. We have Yes, a great character. We have I think they're pretty good. We have they're alright, and we have Get this character out of here right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take every character at face value, unbiased. We'll be talking about their personality, we'll be talking about their stories, we'll be talking about how fun are they to play, we'll be talking about all sorts of stuff. Let's get started. Look, it's this Traveller, whatever. They're alright. Albedo, this is an unfortunate one to start with because so I play this game with my friend group, and as I said, this video is mostly for those people, my friend group, so people will like know who I'm talking about and blah 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 blah. If you're watching this video and you don't know my friends, my Genshin friend group, there's 6 of us, right? Between the 6 of us, everyone has everyone, so for the most part I've experienced every character at least through someone else in my friend group having them and me playing with them, right? Obviously, it would just be unreasonable for me to sit here and be able to say, oh, this is based on having played every character, because I don't have all the money in the world to have all the characters, unfortunately. Albedo is one of those where 2 people in our group have him, and both of them barely use him. I believe Josh has started to use him more as time has gone on, and I think he's going to use him even more because he wants to get Itto and get his Geo Slam Bar Humbug, whatever, what's the term for it? Slam Bug? He wants to get his Geo Slam Bug going. See, I'm distracted. This is this is why I shut the door, because she's sniffing around in the corner, and this one pees sometimes. And I shut the door so I can record, but then they just bust it open because my door's shut. My door's broken. Yes, a great character. I honestly don't really get Albedo or know what he does. However, I trust my friends' opinions, and I've been told that he's quite good, so I'm just going to be quick on this one and move on. I just don't really know much about him, so I'm just going to be honest. So we're coming out of the gates hot here with Amber. Josh had the audacity to say, Amber is Amber. And then that's it. I can't believe... Actually, wait, hang on. Didn't Josh, like, totally forget to even comment on it the second time around? That's hilarious, by the way. Look, here's the thing. I've been in the trenches. Like, I've been out here with Amber. I've done You know what they say? Words are too easy to say. You've got to show me love. So, baby, if you want me, you've got to show me love. Because words, they're too easy to say. You've got to show me love. And I sat there and I talked the simp talk. But you bet your bottom dollar I walked the simp walk too. I was out in the domains, getting ridiculed left and right. What the fuck? Hello? Bro, shut up, you're muted. Was that Schweppes ad? Jesus Christ. Scared the shit out of me. We don't worry about Schweppes. Not sponsored, by the way. What was I saying? Look, she was my first level 10 friendship character. I fought for Amber, I really did. Have I progressed in myself since my last video? Yes, maybe my tier naming situation has illuminated that from the get-go. I've got to admit, though, I have to say it, and this is complete honesty, right? And if you saw my reaction to the 2.3 live stream last week, or the week before, whenever that went up, when I saw Amber pop up, as in she was going to be in a quest, like, my face lit up. That was like, almost embarrassingly so. There was genuine excitement to see my girl pop up again, because she's great. I love her character design. I love her personality. I love her voice acting. Shout out Kelly. Shout out my homegirl Kelly. I think she's... I thought originally she was fun to play as. The problem is she was like the basic level. Now all the archer characters, it's like, okay, at the start it was like, oh, it's cool, you hold down, she like shoots a bow, but then if you hold it down it becomes like an explosion bow. The problem is that's like just the base attack for Yoimiya, and Yoimiya also does more. That's the base attack, like all the archers do that now. It's the base attack for Ganyu, and also it pops down. It's the base attack for Yoimiya, and also she has the homing shots. She's been left behind a little bit, and I think it's bullshit and unfair, and she needs a buff. I think she's good. And think about Genshin. The beautiful, wonderful, and amazing thing about Genshin. There's no character is a bad character. There's no such thing as a bad character. You build anyone to your heart's desire, and you'll make them strong. My Amber, the Wanderers, whatever, Wanderers troop set with the Amos bow. There's 2 cats in here now. Brilliant. Excellent. There's why and they're hissing at each other. Oh, it's almost as if I shut the door for a reason. It's almost as if I shut the door for a reason. Oh, and the one that just came in accidentally pushed it shut behind her as she came in. So now there's 2 cats hissing at each other and neither of them can get out. So, baby, if you want me, you got to show me... What was I saying about Amber? I love Amber. She's great. Genshin character, Impact character. And I think she's fun. I actually think that everyone who talks shit about her hasn't tried playing her, in my humble opinion. I think she's done well. She was so helpful in the peak of Vindagnir with a wander weak spot, crit to weak spots, and a little and she's got and you got the Amos bow, and you've got the ice sharpshooters there. Good stuff. Look, she's not. Her kit is let her down. That's MiHoYo's fault. That's not Amber's fault. I look. Does this say Amber is strong? She pushed the door shut. What are you doing, man? And a claw's stuck in my coat. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself. It says stan is not a strong enough word. What does stan mean? It means you're a fan of it. Well, then I guess I stan Amber. Ayaka is great and a cute and a sweetheart and a cutie pie and a sweetie pie and a cutie and a sweetheart and a cutie pie. I was sleeping on Ayaka for the longest time. I don't know if she was out yet, actually, when I did the last video. These are alphabetized, so that's a weird order. No, Guru. Oh, no, they're not alphabet. Why are they alphabetized up until Y and then Kazuha? I guess because that was when it was updated. I was sleeping on Ayaka. I didn't really get her at first. No, I hadn't done her quest. I only recently did her quest. Like 2 weeks ago or something, 3 weeks ago. 3 of my friends have her, I think. Maybe 4, but definitely 3. So I've experienced her plenty. I only did her quest like 3 weeks ago, so I got to mess around with her then in the little trial or whatever. When she's on the river and she's like, "You guys are stinky. Oh, you guys stole some silk or something." And they're like, "Yeah, come fetch, go get it." And she's like, "Frick you, pow 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 pow." And they're like, "No, I didn't know you were strong." And she was like, "Tell no one that you just saw me do this." I think she's absolutely adorable. I love her outfit, her dress with like the coat on the top with like the things up. It's like Elizabeth's in Bioshock Infinite. Her outfit. And the bit at the end where she takes you go on the little festival date and then she takes you out to the forest, I was like, oh my god, I just fell in love a little bit with Ayaka, with this character Ayaka, with the Genshin, with pixels. I felt with the pixels. Her ult is crazy strong, cryo DPS. She goes off. Love that she's a sword character. I think we don't have enough regular old sword characters, in my opinion. Maybe I just don't use them enough. I love that she's a sword character. Her ult does crazy damage. I guess it's about how you build it, but she's just really pretty. I really love her personality. I think it's really sad that she has no friends. That made me want to cry. But I'm her friend now, and maybe her lover also. I think she's a great character. And people are going to be pissy. What is that? Are you calling her an A tier? Are you calling her an S tier? Are you calling her a B tier? Oops. I don't care. Barbara, look, she was out there back in the day. Oh, back in the day. I will never forget what this young lady did for me. A good friend of mine saved me many a time. I remember I had her and didn't use it. I remember my friends being like, oh, you know, there's like a character that can heal you, so you don't have to make food just to heal. And I was like, oh my god, that's truly incredible. Back in the day, when there was only 4 of us playing, and we didn't, she was like the only healer that all of us had, so there was always a Barb in the team in our 4-player co-op sessions. Just absolutely, gosh darn it, just good memories. And she makes me think of simpler times. This time last year, sort of November or like October last year when we were first getting into Genshin, just reminds me of simpler, happier times. Not happier, actually, I shouldn't say happier. Simpler times. However, she's just kind of like completely useless. Okay, thanks for scrolling me down for no reason. I don't know, she's fine, I guess. She's not even really fine, she's kind of just useless. I think you can like hella scale her HP ability, right, to make her do a lot of healing, but I think she's a little bit useless in my opinion, and that's unfortunate. You know what? For the sake of good memories, for old time's sake, we're gonna stick her one more time. For old time's sake, we're gonna stick her in Erla. All right, mommy. Sorry, Beidou. Look, I've been ringing the bell for Beidou for months. So seeing Josh suddenly decide that she's his waifu and making his desktop wallpaper her. Oops. My bad. I didn't really mean to expose that too well. My bad. Just slipped out. I've been loving, and look, it's not like I've been out here waving the flag by myself. People be loving Beidou. But it's just never mind. You know what? No, that's okay. I love Beidou. Her design. I'm not even allowed to say on YouTube how I feel about her. The way her design makes me feel. Her design. That's a well-designed character. She's a pirate. I love her personality. I love the way she speaks. And she's cool. And I like her. Her skill is cool just because it's like different to anything else, like the way that you've got to like counter. It's just like a different skill. No one else has a skill like that. And her ult is dope. The electro shield, like from Ratchet and Clank, and then it like sparks off of people. With I think that might be a constellation thing, but like, and then the fact that you can drop that and then switch to someone else. So you're like constantly electrocuting people if you're doing fire damage or whatever. She's really good at me. Yeah, that's sick as hell. Beidou's really cool. I think she's a great character. Josh put her in S tier. Can you suck it? Can you stop doing this to me? Can you not stop scrolling me down? Please? I'm gonna put in yes, a great character. Yes, a great character. Benny Boy. I memed the hell out of this kid for so long. Because I thought he was just an absolute waste of skin. That's so fucking rude. Sorry. Someone called one of my work colleagues that today on the phone, and I was like, Jesus, I've never heard anyone call someone that before, and I guess it's just been on my mind. I was memeing on Benny. I think I put him up for simpery purposes, last tier list that don't need to be explained, but are very much a thing of the past. This is no simpery. This is a real, honest to God answer. This boy is I stand this boy now. I'm a Bennett stan. I'm just gonna say it because his energy recharge is ridiculous, and obviously building that, sort of. It's crazy. I have Skyward Sword or Skyward Blade or whatever on this kid, and never hit anyone with him ever. His E is great. It gives you the energy. His energy recharge is so good that his ult just goes and goes and goes, and it pops out so fast. His E also does good damage. It hits for like 2k or something, which, considering you're basically just doing it to either proc fire or basically most of the time you're doing it just to get energy back, right? The fact that it also does like 2 or 3k is still pretty good, and then obviously even more if you were to like vaporize or melt. That's crazy. That still does damage, and that's not even the point of it. And then you've also got his ult, which first of all heals, second of all gives a buff, third of all does big damage in itself, and also on top of those three things, the heal and the buff and the damage, it can recharge. Like, it's like the fastest charging ult of any of my characters because of the way his energy recharges. Bendigo's crazy. He's so good. He's a good healer and also gives the buff that you can stand in. Yeah, he goes crazy. Him and my Yoimiya do great in Spiral Abyss. Jongyun, Icy Boy. I built this guy. Hey, we want to talk about doing things out of Simpery. I built this guy. I wasted a lot of materials on building this guy because my friend told me to, so I did it. So I am the only one in the group with this guy built. He's not fully there yet. I think all of his artifacts are like level 10. I've got a set on him. I just need to, they're not fully upgraded. And his talents are like 666 or 555 or something. 555 what's it like to be a heretic? You know that one. Decent weapon on him. So he's getting there. I actually think he's a little bit slept on. I think it's unfortunate because he's just slightly worse for Rosaria, kind of. Now, I will say, I need a Claymore character. I have no built Claymore characters. I either need a full set on Albedo or I need a full set on Jongyun. Would have loved Eula, but we'll get to that. I think he's just his kit isn't great. That even if you like max him out, he just isn't as strong as Eula is with the same sort of build, which is really unfortunate because I think his burst is cool, his skill is cool. I love his design. I love the color, the scheme, and like his little outfit's cool. He feels fun to play as for some reason. I don't even know why. So I'm gonna play him. I think they're pretty good. I won't go any higher. But I think they're pretty good. Dillick's funny to me because for a little bit I was like, this guy just fucking sucks. And I don't see the point of him or why he needs to exist, really. I know he's in the story, but he could just be an NPC. Like, you don't need to go that far and make him a PC. Like, let's not go crazy. Now, here's what I'll say. His Firebird, sick as hell. Josh always says that the scene where he goes on the bridge and kills all the people, there is the reason why that was like his sliding doors moment to be like, well, Genshin is actually fun and not just for stinky losers. Although a year on, he seems to have reverted back to the Genshin is for stinky losers. Look, he's fine. I guess his design's alright. I don't really get his character. I think his character, like his personality and stuff, is just a bit boring. I think he's just a little bit boring. And his E's fine, but his E, he has Bennett's E, except it doesn't do energy recharge, and it's for an ult that isn't as useful. It does more damage, but like, who cares? And his ult, I feel like maybe if his ult was stronger, but I feel like it's not even that strong. I think he's pretty good if you build him right, but Diona, I love Diona. I think she's hilarious. I'm just finally building my Diona now, just because I have no shield characters built. So I want a shield character, and I think she could be good for my Hu Tao as well, because I love me some team composition. I love some team composition. Composition. So, I don't know, use Toma, Pyro Res, use this person, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I've been through this. We've been through this. We went through this last night. I'm building Diona. I love that she's a little cat, because that's OWO, that's adorable. And I just like her character. I think she's funny. I just think she's a funny character. And has she done does she have a quest? I don't remember if she does. I think she has a hangout, right? Which I haven't done any hangouts yet. I'm like fighting for my life, trying to save all my content. I'm just finally going through Inazuma quest now, and then after Inazuma quest, I'm going to do Reputation. I've been putting off my Reputation for months, and my friends are like, do Reputation, get your wings, and I'm like, I'm trying to save it for content. You laugh at me now where I'm a year in and still have the most basic wings on all my characters, but wait until a month from now where you guys have no quests, and I also have no quests, but I finally have Reputation to do. And hangouts. So hangouts and Reputation are my next two things once I'm caught up after quests. So I haven't done her hangout yet, but I like her personality. I think she's funny. I think she's cute, and I like that she does shields as well as healing. I love when a character has like multi-purpose. Like she's a healer, but then she does shields, and I'm building her for shields as well. Although I'm putting 2-cent maiden on it, whatever that does. I think that helps with heal or something, right? Fischl's funny. Back in the day, I loved Fischl. I wanted her so bad, and then I finally got her and like mained the hell out of her for so long. And I was so excited when I got her. It's one of those where it's just kind of like watering down, like just it's just dilution. Kind of as I've got more characters, I've just needed her less and less. She is currently on my Spiral Abyss team because I go into Spiral Abyss. I have her C6, so I drop my Oz, switch out to Yoimiya. Bop, 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 and I do it again, and I do it again, and I do it again. It's just hella baps. It's baps for days. Yoimiya be bap, bap, bapping. Oz be bap, bap, bapping. I like Fischl. I like her design. I'm trying to think. She does have a quest, but it was an event. Does she have a quest either? I don't really remember. Doesn't matter. But it probably does matter. But oh well. I think she's a great character because I think she has her use and her purposes. I think I'm not the only person who probably used her a lot more previously, and then as time went on, just she kind of fell out of the main ship. I know Spink mained the hell out of her as well early on, and doesn't really use her so much or at all really anymore. She was fun. I machine gun Fischl with her for a bit. I had her on with Atlas Harp on her, but obviously I've got that on Yoimiya now. I still think she's good. I still think she's a good character. I like Oz. I like that she can drop him and he just shoots and stays on the battlefield. I think her ult needs to be a bit stronger considering it's just like some lightning and then it's just Oz again. But yeah, I like Fischl. I like her kit. Ganyu's crazy good. Ganyu's crazy good. She's crazy good. After I recorded my last attempt at this tier, not my last tier list that I did that went up on the channel, but the one I did like 2 weeks ago. I was talking to my friends about it. We were playing games on a game night. I was talking to them about it. Maria taught me about the big three. Apparently Ganyu is one of the big three in terms of DPS. I didn't know that. I'm glad to know that now because I ranked all three of them probably not as highly as I should have. Ganyu goes crazy, and I really want Ganyu. When she comes around, I'll definitely get her. My favorite weapon archetype is bow and arrow. Bow and arrow. Arrows and bows? Archer. I like archers. I like archers. She's really cool because she goes, and then it goes, and it does a lot of damage. Say less. Her E is kind of a bit useless, in my opinion, and her Q is, like, fine. But her regular attack is so stupid. Like, she's crazy. She just does crazy damage, and it's crazy that she does that with regular attack. Oh, Lord. Throw us a little dry here. Let me just take a sip of water before we get started on this one. Hu Tao. Let me tell you a little story about my good friend Hu Tao here. Now, I will say this. Hu Tao, big part of the reason why I considered re-recording, because I already said that I was considering it to my friends, and they're like, oh, who did you rank down? How did you rank the big three? And I was like, oh no, Hu Tao's part of the big three. I put her low C tier. I put a low C tier. Oops, my bad. Have I learned a bit about Hu Tao? Yes. Will I admit that 2 weeks ago when I recorded this video, did I or did I not sit here and call her just a shit Yoimiya, and then sing, she's just a shit Yoimiya, she's just a shit Yoimiya. I may or may not have sung that. How's my mind changed? Potentially. Apparently, and this is a little bit crazy, apparently I was using her wrong. Which I know. That's not like me. I'm usually really great at using the right characters in the right moments, artifacts and stuff, talents, whatever other crap you put on, weapons. I'm all over all that stuff. I love a good artifact. I love a good substat. Dude, I walk into a bar and see an artifact with a good substat on it. Oh, hold me back. Am I right, guys? Apparently I was using Hu Tao wrong. I didn't know you were supposed to use charge attack. Now, I don't know how it's my responsibility, because who the hell uses charge attack? So how the fuck was I ever supposed to figure that out? I can't read minds. So that's not my fault. So, there you go. However, So I now have a better idea of how to use her, right? You know, you've got to balance her health. You've got to do the charge attack. You've got to stamina manage. Here's what's crazy. I don't have to stamina manage because I fucking pulled her again. I got her twice in 20 wishes, so now I have C1 Hu Tao. We'll get to that story. And what's funny is when I recorded this video 2 weeks ago, I was bitter because I just pulled her, and in the video, I didn't know Eula was about to come out. And I was saying in the video that when they did the live stream, because I recorded the tier list right after the live, like literally, I recorded the live stream reaction, and then hit stop recording, and then came and recorded this, I think, if I remember correctly. Or did I do that on Friday? Yeah, and the game note was Friday. Yeah, so I did them literally back to back, right? That was when I found out that Eula was coming. And I was pissed because I pulled Hu Tao on like the Wednesday or the Tuesday, and I was like, I had no idea that Eula was coming. I don't know if I missed the leaks or if the leakers, I didn't see any leaks at all, so I think the leakers didn't know, or if I just missed the leaks, I'm not sure. But I was fuming because I was like, if I had the choice, I would have gone for Eula, just because I don't have any built Claymore characters. I don't have a cryo DPS. I kind of use Rosaria like that, but not really. I use her as a physical DPS, not really a cryo. So Eula would have been great for me, whereas I already have Yoimiya, and Bennett, and Yanfei. So I didn't really need Hu Tao. I just kind of went for it because I'm trying to get Mona above everyone. So it was one of those where it's like I didn't really care who I get because every 5-star is just a chance to have a roll at Mona. So it's more a case of I'll just hit the 5 stars on banners that I like the character in case I win the 50-50 and get the character, at least I won't be too upset. That happened with Hu Tao, and I was fine with it. Then I found out that Eula was dropping, and I sat there and I was like, I'm a little bit bitter, because looking at this smug little face right now, you're the reason why I don't have Eula. Fast forward 2 weeks, right? The Hu Tao banner ends tonight. Albedo and Eula's dual banner begins tonight. Last night, right, I'm on 19 pity. I don't have Sayu yet. Her first banner, was that Yoimiya's banner Sayu was on? 50 wishes, no Sayu. Second time she's come round, 60 wishes. Because I put 40 to get Hu Tao and I've just put another 20 in. I'm 110 wishes deep into Sayu's banners. I still don't have a Sayu, right? I'm on 19 pity last night. I'm not even due a 4-star. I get off my good friend Maria's world. I go back to my own world. I'm on 120 wishes. I wasn't going to do dailies. I'm just going to admit, I don't do them every day. Last night was going to be one of those nights. I logged on, I joined Maria, we did a little bit of resin. We had talked about our days and all sorts of other fun things. And then I went, you know what, I'm going to go to bed. And then I said, Reese, you do your dailies, you get a Sayu wish. You get one last roll of the dice with Sayu. She might not be back for 2 months. Do I need Sayu in my team? No. Do I need supersonic pinball in my life? Absolutely. So I go, you know what, I'm going to do them. I was this close to logging off and going to bed, right? I do my dailies. I do the wish. I'm so, like, turned off to all of that stuff now. I wasn't even looking, man. I pressed the wish button, looked down at my phone, looked back up. Also, I just realized how shit my hair looks. It's because I needed a shower, like, literally right after this. I'm going to go for a shower, so it's about as worse as it... It's about as bad as it can look. Anyway. I look up, I see gold. I'm like, what? Hello? Fucking Hu Tao. Fucking Hu Tao. And I won't lie to you, my lowest pity wish ever is 68. So to get one on 20, incredible. In the moment, I'm like, what's going on? Who am I? Where am I? I can't believe this has just happened to me. Losing my mind, I'm pogging up, I'm having a good time, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. This means I've won 3 50-50s in a row. Oh, that's funny. I wonder who. So if I didn't do this, who would it have been if I won the next 50-50? Answers on a postcard. It would have been Eula. If in the moment when I looked at my things and went, I'm not gonna do my dailies tonight. If that little voice in the back of my mind didn't say, Reese, you did your dailies last night and then didn't do them the night before or the night before that, so you've got to do them tonight. And also Sayu wish. If I just went to bed, I would have logged on tonight, got my Welkin Moon, done a single wish, and immediately got Eula, and would have been creaming till the cows come home. I have C1 Hu Tao, right? Is that a little bit of personal bitter bias? Yes. Yes, it is. However, let's just put the negatives aside, right? There are things out of our control. I'm into stoicism. You don't get mad over spilt milk. You don't get mad over things that are out of your control, right? I was late for the bus this morning, and I was stood at the bus stop. And then the bus wasn't coming. It wasn't coming. I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's not coming. And I was like, you know what? It's out of my control, man. I can't decide when the bus gets here. Was I only in that predicament because I left 10 minutes later than usual and missed my first bus? Okay, maybe. But you can't change the past either, right? I have C1 Hu Tao. For anyone who doesn't know, her C1 means that while she's got her skill active, her fire stick, not sponsored, she doesn't use any stamina. That's crazy. I haven't had a chance to test this out at all yet. Like, literally, I redeemed my daily commissions, and then I did the wish, got my Hu Tao, went, oh shit, that's sick, and then I logged off. I haven't tested it at all yet. I'm not, like, that bothered, to be honest. Here's what I will say. In my humble opinion, I don't have a Genshin brain. I never will. So much about this game just hasn't clicked with me. My friends will attest, it stresses them out, it annoys them. Sometimes it's gotten to the point where
13 months in a row. Really?
Stop
I think I've over Dave.
Do you earn me not just one but one and a half membership awards points for every
it's
pound when
muted.
you spend 20?
You can't just unmute on a boy like that. You're gonna give me a dang old heart attack, man. I don't have a Genshin brain, right? Stuff just doesn't gel sometimes. There's some stuff in this brain that just doesn't work. Genshin is... I just don't have a Genshin brain, right? I can't... My tiny little smooth brain can't for the life of me figure out, and I've tried, why she's better than Yoimiya. I just don't get it. To me, when Drake said, I'm sick of bench players talking like they're starters, he was talking about people who put Hu Tao above Yoimiya on their tier lists. Because, like, Yoimiya shoots... They both have the same skill, right? Except Hu Tao's is melee, Yoimiya's is ranged. Hu Tao, better at crowd control, hits multiple people at once, Yoimiya can only hit one person at once. Valid. Yoimiya, though, hits faster. Pap, pap, pap. Hu Tao. Turn around, sprint back over. Well, let me turn around, just sprint back over there. Hey, hold up, I need to do another attack. Oh, come back, I need to sprint back over. Run out. You get 3 attacks in. Yoimiya lights the thing up. She's taken out half the room before you've even blinked, man. They have the same ult. Okay, Hu Tao's ult does more damage. Fine, if you care about numbers. And maybe Hu Tao's your girl. I think she's really good. I think. That said, am I making room for her on my team? No. This is not a chance. And the funny thing is, I actually really like her character, like her personality and stuff. I really like. Some of her voice lines are annoying as hell. The Billy Silly Chili Billy Chill one is annoying, but her like the way she talks in quests, I really like. And her quest was annoying as hell because I went around in circles 80 million times and had no idea what was going on. But also I was tipsy, so she's a great character. I think I've seen her do damage sometimes. I've seen her ult do damage. Look, I'll put my biases aside and I'll figure her out. And I have C1 Hu Tao, so I'm going to use it in co-op and stuff. And maybe a month from now I'll look at this and go, what is this fucking idiot doing? He's so stupid and dumb. And stupid and dumb. Actually, no, Maria said I'm not allowed to talk about myself like that anymore. This guy's a silly goose. No, that is a saying that's been ruined by TikTok. This guy's a bit of a silly Billy Hilly Chill. Am I right, guys? Little Genshin reference with the Genshin fans out there. Oh, she's fine. Yeah, she's a good character, whatever. Jean is the love of my life and the best thing that's ever happened to me. And let me just say this, Joshua Gershin. Are you out of your mind? You put the fucking blueberry? We'll get to the blueberry. Where is it? Look, we'll get to this little freak. Average. I couldn't believe it. I was watching Josh's Genshin tier list, link in the description by the way, on my lunch break today, and I sat there, and my jaw drops to the I let out an audible gasp, and I'm not even joking, I let out an audible gasp when he said that Jean was average, to the point where someone who was sat over from me, who isn't, I don't know, they're not from my office, it's like there's different companies in our building, there's like a shared break room or whatever, looked up at me as if like what's going on? Why did that guy just gasp? And I was like, I didn't know what to. Average? Are you fucking insane? Are you fucking Josh, are you well? Look. I've gone lightheaded, man. I've gone lightheaded. That's how much of an outrageous comment that is. It's sent me a little bit west. I've gone a little bit loopy. Look, I've been in the Amber stuff. Whatever. She's a bad kid. I get it. Oh, Amber stinky. Talk shit about Mona. Oh, Mona has a bad sprint. People are dying, Josh. That's all we've got to complain about is Mona's sprint. I don't know what I'm talking about. Average? Are you fucking insane? Let me just talk about Jean for a minute here. By the way, queen of all queens, triple crowned, alright? In case you don't know me and you've stumbled across this video and you want to know the standard of working out here, triple crowned. And I'm not talking about, hey, keep your head up, queen, your crown's slipping. I'm talking about crowns of insight, right? The things you win from doing events, you might have heard of him. Triple. 3 of them. And this lady right here, she was my most played character according to the little Spotify Wrapped Genshin thing. Little Genshin Wrapped. It's 23rd of November, man. Spotify Wrapped is getting a little close, and I'm nervous about it, even though I know that my top artist is just gonna be it's just gonna be Dave. There's gonna be no surprise whatsoever. I don't understand, and I need to talk to him about this because I only just watched this today, right? It's Thanksgiving, so no Stardew this week, so I can't summon him into the room and go, you're talking shit, explain yourself. But Josh, you're talking shit, explain yourself. Okay, her physical damage is crazy, right? Her skill does damage, and then gives her healing on hit for a few hits, so it gives little maintenance damage, and it can blast people, and it can do swirl, and it can pick people up and pick stuff up and throw them, right? Cleaves little balls and other things, maybe, probably. When latency, if you're playing with someone with a bad connection, you can blast them. Right? It also does crazy damage. That's not to mention it does crazy damage. I also have Fester and Desire on her, so my E does extra damage, her skill does extra damage, right? And it's one of those ones that you get energy back every time she uses a skill. This is a sub DPS in a healer, and you've got her ult, which you hit Q unless someone's fucking like dying, it's gonna full heal everyone in the domain, like without them even having to come into it. And then it adds a force field on the floor as well, which you can stand in for extra healing, and it damages enemies. I don't understand how you can call it average. There are some characters, you know what they do, and you know what they're good for. And then there are some characters that are good for 2 things. Diona heals and has shield. Diona has heals and shield. She got the shield and she does 2 things. She does 2 things. She's got heals and a shield. That's crazy. That's good for Diona. Fucking Jean has one of the strongest heals in the game from hitting Q, and does heals from standing in it, and does heals from her skill, and has strong physical damage, and does damage from a blast, and does damage from hitting Q, and it stays doing damage. Am I going crazy? Has the whole world turned upside down? Average? I've lost it. I've gone off the edge, man. Anyway, stand is not a strong enough word. How are we doing for recording time? Because I wanted this one to be quicker than the last one. Okay. 15. I got about half an hour. Kaya. And then this motherfucker. He calls Jean average. And then he gets to Kaya and goes, Kaya is pretty much exactly average. He's like the definition of average. Josh, look me in the face right now. You're saying that Jean and Kaya are the same. They're on the same level. Are you doing okay? Are you doing okay? And it's fine if you're not. We can talk about it. Kaya? I mean, what's going on, man? Am I the one? Yeah, he can be cool physical, and it's tough because he's one of the starters, so he doesn't have a great kit. Tell me if I'm using the kit word wrong. In my head, kit just means are they good or bad by default. So he's not strong by default. You got to do a lot of work, a lot of leg work. He's not a bad little cryo support. Obviously, he can proc with his E, and he put his ult on, and then he can switch to someone else, and it'll keep giving them little cryo stuff with the little thing around him. I don't mind him. You can make him physical DPS. But he's probably like top of all right. He doesn't really get. I reckon if you like main him, you can probably get him into pretty good territory. But I think he's probably like the top end of all right. He's all right, but like at the top end of it. Catching, I love catching very much. I love it. I love her personality so much. I love all the quests she's been in. I really enjoyed the jungling quest that she was in, and I'm glad that one wasn't content locked, and I was able to do that one. I really enjoyed hanging out with her. And she is pretty. She's pretty. She's a little pretty. I love her little cat is OWO. I love her design, her colours. Oh, she's great. I love her outfit. I love her personality. The teleport's fun. Her ult, there it goes. I don't really get how she works. I know when like earlier on people were like, oh yeah, she's a crit machine, and then I don't really know how that works or what that means. But I like that she hits the E and then she has Electro Blade for a while. Again, she's one of those where just kind of through dilution she's just less useful. Like Ball and stuff exists now. She just gets used a little bit less. But like there was a time where people were pogging for catching. We have a friend who has fucking C4 catching, which is absolutely just hilarious. It's so funny that Spink has. Oh, is it C5 now? I was there when she got one and was like, I can't believe I've got C3 catching. And then like a week later, me and Maria were there, and then she got another one like 15 wishes later, and it was the funniest thing that I've ever seen happen to anyone. It was hilarious. I think she's top end of pretty good. No, she's low end of great character, but she's 5-star. Where the fuck did she go? She's here. I moved Albedo. Let's put her like here. I've said before, I like the clear is unique. I love a little unique moment. And I like that she has a unique playstyle. She doesn't use, like, even for other catalysts, no one has attacks like hers, right? She has a very specific playstyle. Two of our friend group have it. Both of them don't really use it. I know Maria tried for a while and then decided she just wasn't really for her. I absolutely hated Klee for a while, her voice lines. Oh, wow, I'm Klee's jumpy dumpies. It just pissed me off. And I wanted to punt her like a football. However, actually she's cute now, turns out, so my bad. And I like that she's unique, and I like her little design and stuff, and I like her little quest and stuff. Her mother's a psychopath, though. So, there's that. Alice, crazy. Just crazy. Lisa, I think she's not great. I know Josh likes her now, apparently. Apparently he's the sub all of a sudden. Which is interesting. So she got like a bump up on his tier list, but I don't know. I never. But people are out here. The whole group was like, "Oh, Lisa makes me uncomfy." I would just be keeping quiet during those moments. I never hated the whole cutie situation. However, and I mained her for a while. She was on my main team for ages on my second account. She's alright. She's alright. Oh, this is just Lumin. And then did I do travel or did I just jump him? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, maybe you could guess. If you were a betting individual, you could probably pretty comfortably guess where this is going to go. I thought I said Maria for a second. That would be never mind. Never mind. Mona is what it says. I am in love with Mona. So there you go. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna get married, and I'm gonna marry Pixels, and I'm gonna be Reese Magistus. So I hope you're all ready for that, and I hope you all come to the ceremony, and it's gonna be a great time, and you should come because you can film it, and it'll be great for infinite upvotes on r/sadcringe when I marry Pixels. But she's the love of my life, so what are you gonna do about it? Mona changed my view on like a whole culture. I was never really one for waifus. I've been known to rip waifu culture a little bit from time to time. Mona made me look at waifu culture and go, I get it now. Just perfect. And I want to speed the video up here because I'm falling asleep. just and look, I'll say it. I'm not a huge water guy. Catalyst is my least favorite. Not a huge fan of her sprint. I think her skill is a bit useless, and I don't really know what her ult does. However, for love you make sacrifices, and her design is just leagues above any other character in the game. She's an absolute angel, and I love her. She gives me everything, and tenderly. What was I saying? Can you tell that my brain switched off and I need my nap? Because I'm falling asleep. Mona, don't let me down. Take a sad song. She's great. So, and I love her. And she's great. I love her colours, her design, her hair, her outfit. Ningguang, I don't really like Geo, and she is exclusively Geo, and if you're in a domain or like going a boss that doesn't work well against Geo, she's useless. She's completely nullified because she only does Geo. She's cool. I like she shoots and she's like wow, 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 and it goes pew pew. And she's a little hurricane like type situation or whatever. Little shield that doesn't do anything. It probably does. I just don't know what it does. And whatever her ult does, and then she can fire. Yeah, she's cool, and her design's cool, and her character's cool, and she's pretty good. For a while, I thought she was, like, really good. I thought she was one of the ones where, oh, yeah, actually, it turns out she's, like, a glass cannon, but her DPS goes crazy. Show proof. Send receipts, because it's been forever, and I'm not sure I believe you. So, yeah, Ningguang, yeah, she's fine. It still stresses me out that I can't tell if she's wearing, I thought she was wearing, like, yellow leggings, and now it turns out she might be, like, bare-legged. But I can't actually tell, so. Noelle is... like, she's alright. She's probably below Kaya. I think you can build her right, because every now and then you get one of these events where you get like pre-built characters. They always stick a Noelle in one of those, and she's always fine. So like maybe you could use her. I really like her design, but they've ruined her because they've just put her in too many featured banners, and you just get like everyone I know has C1712 Noelle. They just have a million constellations of her. I like her design. I love her hair. I love her little like night maid outfit. It looks really cool. Yeah, I like her. I don't know, but she's I don't know, she hasn't been in any quests now I'm thinking about it. She needs some quest content. I think she also has a hangout, right? Again, I should do that. But she's just, I don't know, she's fine. Like she has a shield, but it's not a proper shield. And she has like a tiny little bit of heal, but not proper heals. And then her ult is crap because it's Geo, and Geo just kind of sucks. Yeah. The fucking blueberry, I just will never look, okay. My good friend NSL is a big fan of Chi-Chi, and I don't want to rip in Chi-Chi too much. We rip her enough as a group, except for Josh, who apparently likes her. S tier, by the way. You know what's funny? He pulled it up, and he did it a bit different. I started from scratch. He had it filled in how it used to be, and then he went through and moved everyone around accordingly, and then added the new characters in. I saw Chi-Chi in his S tier and was like, that's hilarious. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Isn't it crazy how quickly tables have turned that now we all hate her? No, it turns out Josh likes her. I know Spink likes her. Is it just me and Paul? Because I don't get it. I don't think she's... Oh, no. Okay. Maria, maybe she'll have different opinions. Maybe she'll leave a comment. Maybe she'll be in the group chat saying, no, Chi-Chi's good. In a Stardew one night, she said to me and Paul, she was with us. She was going along with it. She was like, yeah, Chi-Chi's useless. Just throwing that out there. Not to expose anyone, but I need people on my side here. I just think it blows my mind that she's a 5-star, because I just think she's useless, man. You compare it to Jean, who, by the way, is average, according to some. Okay, what does Jean do? Physical damage. Her regular out-and-out damage output. Infinitely better in Jean than it is in Chi-Chi. That's the whole point. You bring Chi-Chi in, she doesn't do damage. You know you need, oh, bring my Chi-Chi, but other people need to bring damage because she just doesn't fucking do any damage. Jean does. What does her skill do? A little bit of cryo? Who gives a shit, man? Nothing. Doesn't do any damage. What does Jean's skill do? 10k per hit or 13k on a crit. And regenerates energy for her ult. Okay, what does her ult do? Fully heals everyone in the room in the blink of an eye, and then also leaves it on the ground just in case you want any extra heal. What does this one do? Oh, put it on one enemy, and everyone needs to be aware that it's on that enemy. You don't just get the heals. People are fighting away left and right, killing off the orcs. It's Helm's Deep. I can't see. They're coming from left. They're coming from right. I can't see everyone. Am I stopping and looking around? Oh, over there. Hey, by the way, I'm Chi-Chi. Have you just used my ult? Let me find which enemy. Which enemy is it on? Jean. Ching ching ching. Ult. Everyone's healed. Let me find the character that it's put the heal on, and that's all she does. I will never. I don't want to rip into her too much because she's cute and I love her. Her little personality. She's funny in the quests. Coco go, it's funny because she was looking for a coconut, but she like said the word wrong. I think some of it's a little, in my opinion, it's a little. I don't even know what the word is. Not patronizing or like pandering, but it's a little like. I think it's a little overdone. Oh, it's cute how she says Coco Goat. It's cute that she like forgets everything, and she's a zombie, so she forgets stuff. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm in the wrong here, but if you want to talk about cute, the child characters, she has absolutely nothing on Cleo or Diona. She's cute, and I like Chi-Chi. I like her as a character. I like when she's in quests. I love all of her little emojis, the fallen, the one when she's peeking over the little counter. I like in the quest where she's peeking over the little counter in a little quest. That's cute to me. But then I think they kind of take it a little bit too far, and it's like, oh, everything she says has to be the most adorable thing of all time. And then you like realize that she's just completely fucking useless. And also her head's shaped like a football, so how would I not want to kick it? I can't in good faith. And I'm hesitant because I don't want it to look like I'm doing this just for the sake of hating her. I don't want it to be like, oh, look at this guy. People like Chi-Chi, and this guy's going to put her really low because, it's to me, blah, blah. Yeah, I know. I've had issues with that in the past. I used to do Pokemon tier lists, and someone who I used to interact with who I don't know anymore was like, these aren't his real opinions, he's just making it up to seem like he has a more interesting personality than he actually does. And it's stuck with me to this day, and I'm still bitter about it to this day. You know me, classic Reese, ever the non-personality blank Reese. Yeah, I got like the small. Oh, you know me, always got the smallest personality in the room, having to make stuff up just to pretend I have a personality. Not bitter about it though, by the way. This isn't one of those situations. I just don't think she's very good, man. I just think she's a little bit useless. I don't even see the point of her. Let's speed up. Razor, he got left behind a little bit by the meta. Just there's too many characters now, and his ult's really cool. I think he's pretty good. I think he's high end pretty good. And I've never really built mine, but you know his physical damage can be pretty good. His electric damage can be pretty good. His ult's cool. Big wolf on his back. Pow pow pow. He's cute. I like the way he talks and stuff. And his design's really cool. His hood and all that. Claymore character. Maybe I should build him. Sucrose. Sorry, I know. I just got off the back of ripping into Chi-Chi. You know, I'm going for another one of NSL's favorite characters. My bad. But I like Ganyu. I love Ganyu. Love Ganyu. Just for the record. A little compliment sandwich, except backwards. A little insult sandwich. Ganyu's great. Sucrose, I just don't understand why she exists. She's just worse, Venti. Granted, not everyone is blessed with Venti. Any of us, except Maria. She's just, like, a bit shit. I know her ult's fun, but then, like, what else does she do, man? Like, what's the point of her? Like, why is she even here? You know when I think he should leave? When he's like, oh, like, the cops were there, and they said, like, they didn't, like, he didn't even matter. Like, he wasn't even a person. Like, the cops just said, don't even worry about it. Like, he didn't even matter. That would be the reaction if Sucrose got hit by a car. They'd just be like, oh, like, don't even worry about it. She doesn't even matter. So, I just don't really understand the point of her. Child's funny, because, like, I've built him, and I've had him forever, and I resonate with him the most. I've always said if I was a character in Genshin, I would be Child. I just relate to him the most. Less so now that I've cut my hair, but, he's fine. I need to figure out how to use him properly still. And it's tough because I wish I could put Scoured Harp on him, but because I have it on Yoimiya, so he's got Rust. So I keep having to like switch every time I use him in a domain or whatever. I'm trying to use him more now. I'm trying to get into him more. I like him. I like him when he's in his blade mode, substantially more than when he's in his arrow mode, which is funny considering I like archer characters. But and at the same time, his ult is better it does more damage with the arrow than in the sweeping one. But I guess it's a crowd control thing. I like him. I like his story. The Tusa story. I love the Tusa story. I think he's a great character, but like on the lower end. You got to use him right. I think maybe more than catching. And he's in my Spiral Abyss setup. Probably using the least of the 8 characters, but anyway. Venti, I love Venti. I wish I had Venti. I don't. No, granted, I didn't wish on him. I don't remember if I was saving for someone or I just didn't have gems or whatever. Venti is my cute, sweet, baby little femboy husbando. And I love him with every fibre of my being, and he's adorable, and he's cute, and he's sweet, and a cutie, and a sweetie pie, and I love him. And it's funny, I actually was thinking today, because Josh was like, oh yeah, his quest's really good with Stanley. And then Maria did it, and Josh was like, I watched Maria do it because the quest's that good. I have zero memory of that quest whatsoever. I went on the Genshin wiki and was like reading through to try and recall my memory. I don't remember at all. However, I have it on my second account. I have all of the character stories on my second account just in case everyone wants to go back and redo them. So I think I might go back and redo Venti's quest. His E to me doesn't really, no, maybe this is just me because I don't have him, but I feel like I play with Maria a lot and I don't think I ever see her use it in combat necessarily. So his E, I feel like we mostly just use his E when we're kind of stood around and we're chatting, and then Maria, like at the end of a session when we're out of resin, Maria will pop it and we'll just float a little bit. But it kind of balances out because his ult is just cool as hell. It's so fun seeing everyone sucking together. The fact that you can like set his ult on fire or put electro on it or whatever, whatever you want to do to it. And then when it kills a bunch of stuff and you see all the loot piled down, doing viridescent domain with him is really fun. I love Venti. I have nothing bad to say about Venti. I love his color scheme. I love his eyes, little blue eye, bright blue eyes. I love bright blue eyes. I'm a little simp for like pretty bright blue eyes. I love the little hair with the bright. Oh, love Venti. Love Venti. I really was into jungling for a while, and I was so excited. I couldn't wait to unlock it through Spiral Abyss, right? I was like, I want to do Spiral Abyss. I want to get strong enough so I can get to past floor 3 Spiral Abyss. I was really excited when I got her. I fell in love with Guoba from the Stove God event. Love that guy waddling around. He just be waddling. He's in the back of all the cutscenes doing a little waddle. Love that for him. Big fan of Guoba. He just be waddling, man. He's just going around waddling. But I think she's good. Her ult, pop a little fiery thing and then switch to someone else. I think she's pretty good. I think she's high end of pretty good. I don't have a feel. Zhao, I think you've got to stand Zhao. And I've said this before. We talked about husbandos. For a while I was saying Zhao. I've pivoted to Venti, but he's not far. I love his hair. I think it's unfortunate because he's like... look, we've had this discussion with my friends. I don't necessarily think that his personality matches his aura at all. I think like the angsty, like, suffering side of him doesn't match his twinkiness. And I'm not saying twinks can't be angsty. I just, like, it just never really gelled for me. That said, this is a character that if/when he eventually gets a rerun, I will be going balls to the wall for, because he's just crazy strong. His pogo stick it's just stupid strong. His design's so cool. His mask's dope. His outfit's dope. His hair's dope. Zhao's really cool. Did it really a little bit for me to know that he's voiced by a woman at first, and then I thought about why I like him, and I went, maybe that's fine. Xingqiu, speaking of twinks, I learned last night that Xingqiu is good actually, so I'm going to build him. He does his E, he procs water, his swords do damage, his ult does damage. He's just a great water support character, and like the only water support character really. Like Mona kind of. Yeah, he's good. He's strong and good support. Jinyoung, I don't really know anything about her. I think she's a bit useless. I don't think she's terrible. I love her accent, and that's kind of it. I think her E is kind of just like, it's Deluxe, but it's worse because she's a 4-star. And it's like Bennett's, but it's worse because it does whatever about her ult, and her ult's just like a poo, whatever. She's fine. She's not great. Zhongli, I recently discovered, is apparently 28. We were having this conversation, and me and Paul were entirely unconvinced that he was like 60. And then we asked around, and everyone else is like 30, 20. Blah, blah, blah. I have Zhongli on my second account. It's my only 5-star on the second account, so I had a chance to play as him for a bit. What's funny is I didn't realize I had him on my main team for about 2 months on the second account, and then got lost interest in the second account and went back to just the main account. And after doing that, learned that he has a shield. I had no idea. I had no idea this guy had a shield for the longest time. I had no idea whatsoever. And that's a game changer. Apparently that's like one of his main draws. And I learned that because I've done dailies on my good friend Spink's account. You load up her team and she doesn't have a healer on her team because she's so over reliant on the shields. She'll come in co-op and it'll just die and be like, my bad, I'm used to having shields. She didn't even have a healer on her team because of the shields. Yeah, I didn't even know this guy had shields when I used him. His shields are good. I wish his E did more damage. It's cool that you can, like... I like his E. Big stick that just goes... I like that you can place it places, do little diving boards, do little PPs. His design is just dope as hell. His personality is really cool. I love his voice. Yeah, cool guy. He's strong as well. Strong guy. And I like it that you hold his charge attack is like the pew, 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 pew. Rosaria is just an absolute baddie to the highest degree. I've been considering rebuilding her to more of a support role because I don't really have as much of a place for her at the minute. My Rosaria, in the words of Josh, who loves this game and knows it very well, probably second best of our friend group, she slaps. His Rosaria slaps, is what I've heard, is a comment that he made. She do be slapping. I have her regular attack crowned, which is why I'm hesitant to remove her away from the physical DPS role. I absolutely love her design. This is a baddie right here. I love her hair and her veil and the colours and the. What do you want me to say? What's a guy to say? What's a guy to say? I love Rosaria, and I like that she's like quick attacking with the pole arm. She's so cool. The way she like the new animation, they updated her animation a couple of weeks ago when you do like one hit and the way she like flips it back into her hand and goes wah. Just this is who Little Bit by Lick Lee was written about. And I will never ever be the first to say it, but still I came along. I would do it for her. Anything. For Rosaria. I would die for her. Eula, look, I'm upset. I'm just going to be honest. 50,000 on my head is disrespect, so offended that I had to double check. I'm a little bit upset. I'm just upset because I could have had her tonight. And I blew it. That's not the first time I've said that sentence. I'm devastated and heartbroken because I have my good friend Spink uses Eula a lot and she has her on her main team, and I've done dailies for her a couple of times on her account and used her Eula, and her Eula has Wolf's Gravestone, which helps. I said this in my video a couple of weeks ago because I'd just done some for her as well then. It's been a couple of weeks now, so it's not as fresh on my mind, but I've done her dailies a couple of times and used her Eula, and that's like my exciting moment for Spink asking me to do her dailies. Is in my head I'm like, hell yeah, I get to play as Eula. Like, I'm excited to get to play as Eula a little bit. She's just fun. I love the way her moves are like unique, and she does all the dancing as she hits. And again, I don't know much about her because I don't have myself and have had the chance to build her. I just know that I just know Spink's, and I know that Spink has Wolf's Gravestone, which is super strong as well. So I don't know if she hits as hard with like a regular 4-star Claymore or whatever. Maybe it helps that it's Wolf's Gravestone, but she slaps. Like, she feels good to hit. When people play like first-person shooters and they're like, oh, pew pew pew, oh, the guns are pathetic, they sound like pea shooters, and they play Black from 2006 where a revolver sounds like 5 deagles. The whole screen shakes every time you shoot your deagle. People are like, this is what a real gun sounds like. That's what Eula feels like. Like, it feels satisfying to hit with her sword, right? She's just fun to play as. Her damage goes crazy. Her ult's cool. Her E's cool. She's just like, you've got Chongyun who evolves into Rosaria, who evolves into Eula. She's a proper classic bust up gal. Yanfei is absolutely a sweetie adorable who I stand to the ends of the earth and back. She was on my main team on my second account, which is why I never built her on the main account, and then now that I only use a main account, it was just kind of like, I don't really need her because I have Yoimiya already, and then if I was desperate and wanted a pyro DPS that wasn't Yoimiya, I guess I would use Hu Tao. So Yanfei kind of fell down the ranks a little bit. However, I just really like her playstyle. She's definitely the most fun catalyst. Like, the way she shoots is just like, it's just fun. She's fun to use, and you get Dodoko Tails on and you do the slam that does a bunch of damage. Or on my second account before Dodoko Tails, I had the one that I can't remember which one it is, but the one that like sometimes it cancels out your skill, so you can blast and then sometimes she'd blast again. And I love her design. I love that she's a loyalist. She's got the big book that she like opens up and she's like, you can't see her over it. And I love that she's got her cute little booties, and then as she fires, her little booties kick in the air. Her hair's really cute, little pink hair. I'm simping a little bit. I love her little horns. I'm a little bit simpy for Yanfei. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm a little bit simpy for Yanfei. Kazuha, Hey, isn't it great? Isn't it a great feeling being the only one in our friend group that has a character? Isn't it great being the only one in a friend group that has a character? Yeah, it was great having that feeling when I had child. Josh, you were. Kazuha, look, only Josh has him. And me and Josh teamed up. There was a time a couple months ago, I can't remember why, but I was like drunk or something, or was having issues with my PC. I can't remember the specifics. I was like, someone help me please with my resin, quick, fast. I think I was probably drunk. And Josh was on and he was like, I got you. And we did some ley lines. I don't remember who I was using. I don't remember who he was using other than Kazuha. I don't remember the setup. Maybe Zhongli, maybe I was using Rosaria, maybe Yoimiya, but I don't know if I had it yet. Holy shit, I don't know what this guy was doing. We destroyed those ley lines faster than I've ever seen in my entire life. He just seems super fun. I love his design. His ult is so pretty. Unfortunately, I am on the lowest quality graphic setting, so whenever I play with Josh and he uses his ult, the barrier that it leaves up is just like a blank thing. Like, you can't see the leaves, you can't see like the cool waves on the side of it. It's literally just like yellow circle. So unfortunately I don't get to experience that full advantage, which is not hugely. If I had him, I'd probably be a bit more disappointed about that, but I don't. Yeah, his jumping in the air and slamming people down and his big swirl and stuff, yeah, he's cool. I think he is a great character. Oh, I just realized I put Eula at the bottom here. Eula's like here for me. Yeah, that looks good. And then Kazuha's probably like here, I think, actually, to be fair. Official's maybe above Beidou, and then Diona's above Beidou. Oh, Child's probably above Beidou. Yeah, okay. Yoimiya. I fucking love Yoimiya. I'm so glad I got Yoimiya. Yoimiya's the reason I'm not cursed to Amber forever now. No offense. Yoimiya, I'm at a point now where I'm like, I'm either Jean or I'm Yoimiya. You want healing? Okay, I'm Jean. Most of the time I'm going to default to Jean. Want damage? Okay, I'll be Yoimiya then. And then there's the point, you know, we do this day in, day out. We know the domains and stuff, so sometimes it's like, okay, if I go into this domain, I know I'm going to be this character. If I go into this domain, I'm not going to be this character. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I just know, right? I fucking adore Yoimiya. She's so great. Her personality, her visuals. She's great. She's great. She's so strong. She's so fun to play as. Her skill, and then just clicking and clicking and clicking. And she's like, that already machine gun official was fun, but now you add in the fact that those shots are on fire and she's flipping around, she's doing all these like flips and shit, she's going pop 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 pop. And people are like, oh yeah, her ult's shit, and I know it's supposed to be because it's supposed to be focused on the skill, but her ult still does a decent damage. Like, mine hits for like 20k, right? She's got a skill going, and you add Benny's little thing, and you throw Benny's little on the ground, and then you hit Yoimiya's skill, and she's going pop 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 pop. She's just fun. She's just fun to play as. She's just fun to play as. My brain is turned off, sorry. She's so fun to play as. I love her design. She talks about goldfishes a lot, and I don't get why, because that was one thing. I was like, this girl loves goldfishes. And then I did her quest, and it never touches upon that. So I don't know what the goldfish thing is, but she is perfect and must be protected at all costs. She's got this cute little relationship with the kids of the area, and I love that she just, like, everyone loves her because she just, like, is helping people all the time. How can you not stand? And then she has that little moment where she's like looking off at the fireworks, and she's just having a little moment. Josh said it in his video. He was like, "Look, I don't condone simping on this channel. This isn't a pro simping channel." I think is what he said. This is a pro simping channel. Jean is my fave of all time. She's definitely my main. Yoimiya is not far off. She's not far off. I love Yoimiya. As far as characters that I've played, we're talking about top 5. Josh talks about his top 5. This is probably my top 5 right now. JK, we'll still go get to Sarah. Sayu, do I think Sayu is a good character? I don't really even know what she does, or like how she works. Do I think she's absolutely friggin' adorable? Her hood, the fact that her hood's already cute with the little ears. The fact that her hood is just massive is so adorable. The fact that she's a Claymore character, even though she's a tiny baby big sword is just tiny baby, big sword. Huge sword. Cute. So cute. She rolls around, adorable, it looks fun as hell. She picks up water or fire, the fact she picks up an element when she rolls. And then she drops the little ball thing that's like, and then you can like kick it around like a little football. Cute. I really wish I had her. She's like top of pretty good to me. Nah, she's probably below Razor and Xingqiu and Jiangling and Ningguang. But Ningguang. I wish I had her, but I don't. Random picture of Beidou and Kazuha back to back. Bal, I have sentimental value because she's the fist character. She's the only 5-star character that our entire friend group has for some reason. She's hot as fuck. And her E is fun, like the fact that you can do her E and then switch, and then when as you're like hitting people, it does like electric shocks. Booba is cool, although I haven't finished building my ball yet, so mine isn't like fully pogged to the nth degree quite yet. But she's fun. Her skill's fun. As far as like usability, she's definitely not as strong as Ganyu or Zhao for sure, or even Zhongli maybe. But as far as being an absolute baddie and ball feet, she's I stan her. And do I want to admit that the last thing I mentioned is the reason why I pivoted and pulled her and put all my wishes into pulling her, even though I desperately wanted Kokomi. Maybe I don't want to admit that. Sarah is my wife. I know Mona's my wife, but Sarah's my wife. You think with a haircut like that, Sarah isn't my wife. Her personality, I don't want to admit on camera what I want Sarah to do to me. The bit of the quest where that old guy's like dying and she's like, I will let you go. He needs a hospital. Just kill me now, please. I want my life to be ended by your hands. The mask, the white shoulders, and the crow shit is so fucking cool. Where she gets the wings. Her name card is sick as hell. I'm using her name card right now for max friendship. And then when I learned that her E, you do the E and it drops the emblem, and then you shoot the second E. When I learned that, I was like, that's crazy. Her Q is... I'm still figuring out how to use it. I won't lie. I've got Amos Bow on her. Because she deserves it. She deserves the world. And nothing less than Amos Bow. I'm still figuring out how to use her a little bit, I'll admit. But... It's Sarah, man. It's Sarah, man. I think Kokomi's a great character. I actually really wanted Kokomi, like, since she was announced for, like, 3 months. And for so long, I thought I was going to be the only one going for her. Which is part of why I was excited for her. Because, like, a unique character again. Josh got child. She's going to be my unique character. And then, like, a week before, you've got... Josh is like, yeah, I'm going to put in Kokomi. Oh, does Josh have Kokomi? Yeah, he does have Kokomi. And he hasn't even used it yet. And then Maria's like, yeah, I'm going to go Kokomi. And then NSL's like, should I go for Kokomi? And then Maria goes, go for Kokomi. He's like, okay, I'm going to go for Kokomi. And I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll just kill myself then. Why? Like 2 months, I was so excited for Kokomi. I wanted her so bad. And I was so excited that I was the only one going for her. And then, like, the day before she drops, 3 of my friends were all like, I'm going to go for Kokomi. And I went, you fuckers. And then, just to rub salt in the wound, all 3 of them got her. And I didn't. Part of that is because I went for Ball. I would have got Kokomi. I had to win the 50-50, but I did. So in the end, I put about 50 wishes into Kokomi's banner. I put about 30 wishes into getting Ball at the end. Had I not gone for Ball, I definitely would have got Kokomi. However, I like Kokomi. I think it's funny that everyone was like, yo, her heals are going to be so good that everyone else is going to be irrelevant. And I was sat here like, a little nervous about Jean. No, never a doubt in my mind. Then she drops and her heals are like not actually that good. She's kind of funky that she doesn't do crits, but I don't know, she's fun. Does it stress me out that I'm constantly having to look out for the damn stupid jellyfish? I'm having to try and find it all the time. Changes you might. Again, Jean, just fight. You're in a domain with Jean. Do what you got to do. She's got your back. It doesn't matter. Kokomi, you're looking out for the jellyfish a little bit. And I've played with Maria a few times when we've had like voice, and she'll be able to say when she dropped the jellyfish, and that helps. As opposed to Chi-Chi where, you know, it helps if someone's like, I'll drop a jellyfish. Or obviously, you know, when you're not playing with voice, you've got to type it. And our friend group has said all the time, we would love it if they just added voice chat to Genshin. It would be ideal. So we could just, like, talk. It's a little bit hard to look for the jellyfish. But now that I've gotten used to playing with Kokomi, because Maria uses it quite a lot, now that I've gotten used to it a little bit more, you kind of subconsciously are keeping an eye out for the jellyfish, so you notice it a little bit more. You're kind of aware of where Kokomi is and who she's fighting, so you know where the jellyfish is probably going to drop. So it's not as bad. I don't really know what her damage output's like, but I think, yeah, as a healer and like as a support, yeah, she's alright. And I think she does like, I think for a healer, that feels like what her job is. She still does alright damage. So a massive step up on Chi-Chi, who's the only fucking character. Oh, I guess Barbara doesn't do damage, but, you know. So yeah, she's just like better Barb, basically. But like substantially better Barb. So she's probably like, I don't know, I really like Kokomi. I wish I got her. I love her design. She's so cute, man. Aloy, I just get this character out here right now. Look, I don't want to be like, I just don't like her because of the crossover, although not a fan. I like Aloy as a character in Horizon Zero Dawn. She's cool. why did they make her a different art style? Was that a deliberate choice to make it stand out as a advertisement thing? Because I don't get it, because she just doesn't fit at all. When they first released the graphics, I was like, she doesn't look good. She doesn't look like she fits in, and I hate it. And then when she came out, she doesn't look good. She looks weird. Like, it's one thing in co-op when you've got multiple, so you've got her next to multiple characters and she doesn't look right. If you're in solo, running around the world, she doesn't fit in, and it makes me uncomfortable and weird. It's like a bit uncanny, and I don't get it. And she's not even good. She feels like a 4-star. I don't get her. Tomer I haven't built. I fucking wish they would release a male character in this game that wasn't 16 years old. Why do all the characters sound and act like 17-year-olds? I don't get it. Because he's like kind of cute, but then he's like 17. Oh no, oh, he's 24. You're not fooling anyone. Or maybe some people in my friend group are gonna trick themselves into believing that, but this is a 17-year-old. He talks and acts like a 17-year-old. This is a 17-year-old. I love his little horns. I love his jacket, and his whole outfit's cool. His shield's kind of cool, and I love the way he moves. Like, his attacks, like, he kind of like does like ballet. It's kind of like ballet with the way he like moves his spear around. He's got this little ballet dance going on. Heavy bi energy, which is nice. And I love his relationship with Ayaka. It's cute. So I love his design. I just don't think I'm gonna use him personally, but I think he's pretty good. I think once he's built right, I mean, he's new enough that our friends. I have a couple friends that are building him. And I haven't quite experienced him yet because they're still building him. But I think he'll be kind of good. Ito, let down of the century, man. Why are they all children? He could have been hella daddy. I love his makeup. I love his horns. I love his painted nails. And then they gave him the personality of a 17-year-old. He loves board games. He looks cool as hell. I will admit, he's got like one of those. It's similar to Child's, where he like fashions like a Geo club, which is really cool. Unfortunately, I just don't really like Geo that much. But his design's cool. A little bit let down in the game. It's not quite as hot as the first image they dropped. I was like, ooh, hey Zeus, take a look at this. And then we saw the gameplay of him and was like, yeah, you know, some of the art that I've seen is like, oh yeah, daddy. And then you look at him in the game and it's like, why does he have like the body of like a 20, like he's like in his 20, but then he's like also kind of, he like acts like a teenage. I don't get why Genshin does that. Guro, I don't know. I need to see what happens with Guro, and it's a shame because I'm skipping Ito's banner, but then I want Guro, but then I know how bad my luck is with 4-stars now because I haven't got Sayu after like 100+ wishes. I love that he's a little dog boy. I'm a fan of him for certain reasons and in a certain type of way. And he's a Geo Archer, which is the one thing, if you want to get me into Geo, I'm so glad we finally have a Geo Archer, because I've been saying, before Guro was even, like, conceived, me and my friend group were like, why isn't there a Geo Archer? There needs to be a Geo Archer. They should have a Geo Archer. I'm glad there's one. We need to check it out. I need a reserve judgment. Ito and Guro barely even consider these opinions, because I don't know. We'll see when it drops. But when they were describing his skill and his ult, I was just like, what even is that? So that said, this is the final answer. An hour and 25 minutes. The video was longer. I'm so sorry. Thank you guys for watching. I need a nap or I'm not going to get enough sleep tonight. I appreciate you all. And I'm going to say goodbye. See you in 6 months. Love you guys. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Oh, did I say something that got me cancelled? Sorry. My bad. Goodbye. Bye. Don't be mad at me. Love you guys. Alright. Goodbye.